was a reason I was doing that, and it wasn't just for kicks. And that's because 'tis time to swap to Denmark. Curious what the event for this will say. I also want to see what it looks like for Norway. Really? They're building a refinery? Okay. Well, they're probably cut off from most oil. Not as bad idea as it seems. First glance. Built the refinery in the Faroe Islands. Fun. Sure, how to make them stop importing stuff that they're like locked into importing resources I don't want them importing at all. Mainly oil from Venezuela. Not even listed on the country list because it's not a real country here. And somehow they're trading a factory for it. You can tell it's hard-coded stuff. And they trade with non-existent countries. Alright. Oh, I missed what happened from the underground weapons factories. Wait, they can do it more than once? Oh, goodness. I'll have to remember that if I play. Denmark in the future. But I doubt things are going to last another whatever days, so... Alright. Assert Danish independence. I still have this stuff for like a day. I'm curious. Oops, I'm tagging my... Did they get an event? Pop up. I don't know. You know what? It's gonna kill the snow buildup and make it. Alright, stability, war support. Let's get up to max base war support and political power. Though I could save up power for 10 days. Maybe use it to raise the conscription law faster for Denmark. Alright, they magically got all these divisions. I don't want them to defend territory. Oh, there we go. Delete order. Nope. Something like that does it. Alright. Planes in reserve? Huh. Carrier fighters from the Brits. Some plain old normal fighters. They didn't even bloody train them all this time. Or, you know, oh, so I'm training at the end of the day. Time 52 minutes. I'm gonna pause this for YouTube for a sec. Sorry, it's just taking a moment to get a hold of things. It also occurred to me that the AI messes this up too badly. Oh. No. Shoot, they put it into anti-tank. You know what, I'm just gonna see what that thing looks like, because the AI messed up what I was gonna have them do. Alright, the Norwegian Protectorate of Denmark declares independence. You can either say they are no consequence or ungrateful backstabbers. Either way, you lose the butterfront. You say ungrateful backstabbers. I'm curious what this looks like. Olav Schleifel once again rejects reason and refuses to recognize independence. We must claim our freedom and fight for it, as there seems to be only no other way out of the serfdom. Blood will be spilled, but the Norwegian protector of Denmark will be free once more. The Danish Freedom Council becomes the leading party. Till Modstand Ole Danski. Interesting. Cheaper advisors, trade and economy laws. Better war support, like less affected by things. And here they get their focus tree back, a lot of it. They can improve their intelligence service. Alright, they went policy of disarmament before. So I figured. Means stronger economy, though. Get research bonuses for production, build slots. increase industrial production, increase maritime trade, increase food production, max factories, all sorts of fun stuff. Yeah, they didn't do any of this, so can even do 5-year plan. Go communist if they want. This increase on support. Alright, so that's interesting. Now let's see what happens if Norway says, no problem, you can have your freedom. I don't even know what they would do by default. I just, manually did that. I'm a little too tired, so I'll probably pick up actually dealing with the fallout, the aftermath of this. They're gonna surrender soon either way, so either way, freedom. Danish Song of Liberation. Interesting. Alright. Storage. Mechanical computing. 1 day left. Boom. So the research juggling works. Just do Norway for this one. They're of no consequence. Okay, so they maintain their ideology. Don't have to do an ideology flip if they say if they are of no consequence. Get party popularity stability modifier, consumer goods factory factor reduction, recruitable population, political power. Ooh, he's a really good leader. Secure the freedom, gain political power from it. Fun. This enables him to go the path. Introduce the 5-year plan, which gets him ties for full social mobilization for the most recruitable population factor. I think. Yeah. Slightly higher consumer goods factor, but higher max factories in a state, and you can always run up. Expand the welfare system. Exile the royal family. Oh, fun. Ban political uniforms. Interesting. Criticize preparedness, question offense. Speak out against rearmament. Speak in favor of disarmament or defend the policy. Neutrality. But when you get further towards welfare spending, you can expand the welfare system, and that reduces the consumer goods factory factor. Or it might be tied to one of these. Actually, I don't think so, but I'm double checking. Nope. So yeah, you can undo the heavy industry regulations malice. You don't get as much fuel gain per oil, but this allows more factories total. So Yeah, communism gets you the most factories. And the most manpower, if you have enough time to develop it in the game. And of course, they sunk everything into developing Bornholm? Build slots there? Really? Well, I guess it doesn't require max infrastructure. Looks like, actually, because it was the middle of December, it's still cold. And there's snow buildup on the reload. So fun! Yeah, I'll come back to this later, where I will play as Denmark, and probably I roleplay this as a condition of Syria putting their heart and soul into making sure nobody doesn't fall. How's that going, by the way? Yeah, it's still going alright. It might last a while. But as a condition of that, they have to not go to war with Denmark. Otherwise, it makes it hard to flip communist. It takes a lot of political power because you have to do a communist revolutionary and all that. And yeah, I don't know if you get the same really good leader if you do it. But even if you do, you can get probably instability. It's easier if they just maintain their ideology. They're already Marxist. They will stay Marxist. And Axel Larsen then will be a popular, even looks smiley and handsome in that. Don't you just love that face? And they were getting socialist education because I set that off. Which yeah means that the majority, the largest plurality, not majority of the population is communist. Kind of like in Venezuela, where plurality is socialist, but they are in the minority when you add up all the other political ideologies. It's just why the US thinks they can go and play regime change there, because if they can unite everyone against the socialists, they can have a majority. And, you know, vote them out. Despite everything the US says about rigged elections there, it's mostly just the US and its allies that claim that. There were other international observers who contested that. Anyways. Yeah, so play Denmark for a while. It could be interesting. And then there's always Turkey. Turkey, by the way. How do you like your turkey? Well done. They're even doing the focus. I don't have to show it. They can go communist too. They just have to get rid of this guy. Just choose a different... Well, they can't choose a different prime minister, but they could replace him with a elusive gentleman. War industrialist, Vatan ideologue, silent workhorse. Someone. Basically, they get rid of this guy as an advisor. Keep him as the leader, but I guess he's not both the president and prime minister. Divide the powers, and eventually they can flip communist. So if I get really, really bored of Denmark, and actually, if you thought Denmark was ludicrous, they can actually get from where are the investment possibilities. There was something before, I think it disappeared because it was actually taken, but they can actually get build slots from their allies. I saw... Hungary and Austro-Hungary, yep. Soviets, Ossetan. Yeah, the more majors will earn a faction with them, the more investment they can do. But, more, not even a faction, I think they just have to like them well. Yep, they have to be at peace, really. Maybe it was Austria that actually has the thing now. Let's see. Not Austria. Hungary? Might have told Turkey no. I know I saw this before. They can make demands. of Serbia? Oh. No, because North Transylvania is a faction with them. Can't just bypass it. Oh. HOI4 war, so. Or if Romania flips sides, they can actually. Go to war with them. But anyways, I was looking around because I swear there was a decision somewhere for someone to get build slots to Turkey. There was a decision. Might have disappeared because it was taken, or I know you have an opportunity to say no and don't ever bother me about this again. And it might be the Great Game. You can demand an end to influence in Afghanistan. Oh, that's interesting. Didn't even realize stuff could... Are they going to demand an end to communist influence? Probably not, since... This Britain is communist here. Around the throne, cautious colonizer. Yeah, even... Let's see, I mean, yeah, they tend to stay non-aligned with some communist support if they... Not for this. The communist influence will actually flip Afghanistan communist, most likely. Especially if, like, communist agents were to go there and encourage it. Spies. Fun. I don't know who it was who could give build slots, but somebody can to Turkey. And they can bug other nations. Improve relations with them and bug them, and they'll do it. Whatever. Let's check the Soviets. I know there's a decision. Ideology rallies. Ooh, a lot of choices. Yeah, I'll never run them. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Invest in Turkish light industry. Build slots. Yeah, so Soviets at some point were fairly friendly with Turkey, apparently, and accepted to potentially build factories in Turkey. Well, it's not happening here. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves, and may you always find a guiding star lead you home. Until next time, it's Northstar. Adieu. Best luck to you all, and after remember, decisions for forever. Do a multiplayer game with Joe.